Hey y'all, it's May the 24th, 2018, and y'all, I want to take a moment out to talk with y'all about something. It's very serious. It's a very sensitive subject to me, alright? And so I wanted to share it with y'all. If you know me in my personal life, you might see me from time to time going around and talking to my people. Right? Lots of times, because we're so comfortable with each other, I call them certain things, certain word. Right? And a lot of people feel like, well, because I call my people that certain word, that they should be allowed to call other people that word, or maybe they could call me that word. But I'm going to let you know, I find it highly offensive, and I want to explain why. All right, just in case if you don't know. You might see me go around and I might call, my people, my homies, I might call them Slav. Right? I might call them Slava. I might say, hey, what's good, Slava? Hey, what's happening, Slava? What's popping in the streets, my Slava, my Slav? A lot of people feel comfortable to go around and call me Slav. Say they'll talk to me, people who I don't know. They might feel comfortable saying Slav around me. The thing is, I had to share that's actually, honestly, it's very painful. It's very painful. And I know that I call people Slava. Right? I might do it 30, 40 times a day. Every other sentence I might call my people Slava. Right? But the thing is, what I had to let you know is that I'm using it in like an ironic sense. I kind of took the term Slav. I took that term and I switched it around. Right? So now it's ironic. Now it's like a term of endearment. But I had to explain to you that there's actually a rich historical context behind that word. And that's why I can't really have people saying that word around me. I see red. I grow into a murderous rage, basically, if I hear anybody. Unless you're my people, right? If you're my people, you can say it all day long. You can call me Slava all day long, and I feel good about it. I feel real good. But if you're... see, the problem is, if you're not the exact right skin tone that I want you to be, you have no business saying Slava. Like I said, there's a rich historical context behind it. There's a lot of oppression behind it. My feelings get hurt. Right? You might not understand this. You might not understand this, but there's a rich historical context. Don't you know that back in the day, long time ago, people used to call my people Slav. Alright? And they would enslave them. That's actually where the word slave comes from. You can go ahead and Google it. Google it if you want to. The origin of the word slave. It'll tell you. Slav. Alright? Slava. You gotta understand, my people were so danged oppressed for a long time. A lot of people might argue, well, I wasn't oppressed. I've never been enslaved. Well, see, that doesn't matter. My ancestors from a long time ago, they were enslaved, and that was bad. It was real bad. You might say, well, that was a long time ago. Won't you let it go? I mean, you're calling everybody else Slava. You go around calling everybody else Slava. Why can't you just let it go and stuff? The thing is, I can't let it go. Alright? It defines me. It defines me. That's why I say it all the time. But you can't say it. If you have the wrong skin tone and stuff, don't let me catch you saying it. All right? Because, like I said, only a number of hundreds of years ago did my particular ancestors, they got called Slava. They were enslaved. They were sexually enslaved all over the place. All over the place. The people, the insensitive people, they'll look at me and they'll say, you know, so what does that have to do with right now? Has a lot to do with right now. Has a lot to do. Don't you know that these Muslim folks, these people in Muslim countries, that even if they never enslaved my people, their ancestors did. They're reaping all sort of benefits off of it still, intergenerationally, right? Many generations later, they're still reaping all sort of benefits. They got this Muslim privilege over there in these countries off the backs of my dang ancestors. And meanwhile, you're walking around calling me a Slava. Calling me a Slav. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Only my people can say Slava. And that's the end of it. All right. Well, not just my people. Actually, Hispanic people, they can say Slava. They can say Slava too. In fact, lots of different people can say Slava. But you know what? Not Muslim folks. And for whatever reason, not Asian folks. Asian folks in general, don't let me catch them saying Slava. I might have to slap them all in their face. All in their mouth. Right? And I would deserve to, because my people a long time ago, they were enslaved up and down, left and right, and there's no excuse for it. I need to be paid some sort of reparations, or being given some sort of acknowledgement. You know, maybe maybe one day my people would be put on a level playing field, but until then, it haunts me, y'all. It haunts me, and I can't allow it. I can't allow it to keep going on. People call me Slava just because I call people Slava all the time. All right. You know, imagine, if you will, I was on a concert stage singing my own songs that I wrote, and I invited a person on stage to sing my exact lyrics, and then they said the word Slava. Should I just allow that? Even though it's because I wrote the word Slava in the song, and I say it all the time. Should I just allow that? I don't think I should allow that. Unless of course you're my people. Or perhaps Hispanic or something like that. Mexican or something like that. Alright? And technically your skin tone, technically your skin tone doesn't matter. Alright? Because it doesn't matter what skin tone you are, so long as you're Hispanic of some sort. You can call me Slava and stuff. And you know, it is kind of complex. It is kind of complex because you go to a lot of Hispanic countries and a lot of Hispanic cultures, and honestly, they're the most racist towards my people. They're like heads and shoulders more racist against my people than anybody else. Anybody else. But they can say the word Slava, you know, they get a pass. Right? They're kind of like me in a sense. I know that generally speaking, they don't really care for my kind. But, you know, in this country, Hispanic people, they're also oppressed all over the place. And it's not their fault. It's the fault of these other people who will remain unnamed. All right? I don't want to talk about it, but being oppressed as a group, collectively, us, we are. Only us and Hispanic people. All right? All these other people out here, they got all sort of privilege. They're getting it all off the backs of my ancestors. Meanwhile, they're going up in my face, reciting my lyrics back to me, as though it's all cool. And y'all, I gotta let you know, it's really not all cool. It really hurts my feelings. I think we should ban that word. I think we should ban that word except for when I say it, when my people say it. I think people should get fired all over the place. I think people should get arrested, dude, for saying that word. Don't you say the words that I'm saying, right? You're banned from it. You should be banned from it, dude. I'm going to completely ostracize you and ban you from saying that word. And as soon as I get to where you're banned from saying that word, I might think of other words. I might start to think of other words that you can also not say because of your privilege. I don't care if you don't have any privilege. I don't care if you don't understand all the privilege you got. You do have it. You do. I don't care if you're homeless, dude. I don't care if you're a homeless veteran, dude. You have all sort of privilege. Why? Probably because of your skin tone. More than likely. Don't call me a Slava. That's only for my people. Alright. Anyways, I'll holler at y'all. We're all up in the tribulation. It's May the 24th, 2019.